and manga.
Oh my god!
Created so many years
Wait. Is this the MJ one? Wait, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we will be continuing the complete history of Kamen Rider from let me see, 1971 to 2024. We already did the first half in a previous video. I will link it down below if you guys want to go watch it. You should go watch it. It's really fun. I had a lot of fun recording that and a lot of fun watching it. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about that in the comments. And then from this point, this video on, I think I have one video that I do want to do. And so y'all let me know what other videos you guys want to see next. Also been thinking about redoing the Ultraman endings. The first part is already out, but the second part, the file got corrupted, and this is like a couple months before we moved. So I want to redo it again because I don't really remember the endings that well. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments, and I will just redo it and put it out. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's up to you guys if you guys want me to redo it. If not, cool. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the video. Hopefully you guys like it. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what other videos you guys want to see next or what you liked about this video. And yeah, let's get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Tons of classic villains from the franchise. When this movie released in theaters, it actually beat Harry Potter in the box office.
I remember I remember this one. So I did start like a minute back
commercially and a memorable part of 2009.
So yeah, I started a minute like back. Let me just move this up and then I can like scoot this way. So I'm not like, my head is not going into that, you know what I'm saying? And then let me just or my mic real quick. All right, let's get back into it. Yeah, this is where we were. Dragon
also
Knight.
In 2009, Kamen Rider would have another chance at winning over Western fans with a new American adaptation titled Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Using footage from Kamen Rider Yuki, this show aired on the CW television network during its CW for Kids programming block, but it was ultimately canceled before the final.
Was this the one that always called? So it's called Yuki? I called it Dragon Knight in every other video that we reacted to. Maybe that's because some of them did call this series Dragon Rider in the transformations or the openings that we did watch, unless it was never called that in any of the videos I reacted to. And it's my own headcanon. But for some reason, like the reason why I called it Dragon Rider is I've also seen it in the comments, but I thought it was because the series was just called Dragon Rider, and then in the videos that we did react to, they called it Dragon Rider, and then in the comments. But if I'm just misremembering that, also let me know, please.
It aired on TV.
Kamen Rider.
Yeah, this definitely isn't what we see. Is this that bad, or is it also like
convinced Toei to let him make a pilot?
I know I'm pausing a lot, but I don't want to speak over the video. But is this one as bad as the other one that they did, the American adaptation that did from the last video? I forgot, the one that was just terrible, like in every way possible. Is this one also that bad, or is it like decently better, or like it's just okay to watch? If it's like that,
pilot for an American adaptation of Kamen Rider in the same style of Power Rangers. And ultimately, Ryuki was chosen for the adaptation due to the large quantity of riders and the fact that Ryuki has a female rider. Despite the show's cancellation, Dragon Knight actually won a Daytime Emmy Award for stunt coordination, and it's remembered mostly positively by the community.
Okay. That's cool.
There was also a Kamen Rider game released in 2009.
Like I said, Decade is
quite a few sequels and spin-offs.
I almost want to call him Decade. I don't know why. It's just a habit of like trying to call him Decade.
Commemorating 10 years of the Heisei
he's so
era,
OP, man.
Featuring all of the primary Heisei riders up to this point. This game series has become extremely popular in the fandom, and it was another thing that made 2009 such an awesome year for Kamen Rider. But it wouldn't be the last.
I remember this one. This is so cold as
Also
well. This one's cold. This one's cold.
A fresh take on the Kamen Rider formula. Double is a detective show
Yeah,
featuring
Double.
two people
Oh,
that
that's
share the same
dope.
rider body.
Okay,
Hence
that's
the name
dope.
Double.
I remember
The
this one. Yeah, I
catchphrases
remember
for
them
the
sharing
show
the same
were,
body.
We are the 2-in-1 Kamen Rider, and this clinches it. Kamen Rider Double uses Gaia memory sticks to swap left and right side forms that also provide him with different color combinations.
Okay.
Shotaro is what I like to call a detective's detective. He considers himself hard-boiled, although he gets called half-boiled through a lot of the show, something he's not a huge fan of. He's one stylish dude, and his surname Hidari means left, as he becomes the left side of Double's body. He constantly struggles to live up to his dead mentor's legacy, whose daughter Akiko becomes his landlady, and she has the personality of a young child.
Wow.
Then we have Philip. He's the right side, and he searches for useful information and does a lot of research involving key
That's cool.
words to solve
That's
cases.
cool as that.
He's
That's cool
definitely
as
not
that.
what he
I'll mess
seems,
with that.
and his story has an excellent
Like,
twist. Kamen Rider Double.
I knew that. No, I knew there was two personalities, but I didn't know like it was a detective series. Like, that's really cool. That makes me want to get into it because I like detective stories. I also watch a lot of like crime and like what is it? Or yeah, crime and police shows, but like mainly a lot of crime, like where it could be from the criminal side. But I like detective stories, so it's a plus. It's a huge plus for me.
Featured some excellent lead protagonists that are very easy to root for.
I thought
This
this
show also
for some reason I
features
thought this
Ryu,
writer would be in
also
a
known as
different
Heisei,
in a
who's
different
cool
show.
rider that's based around speed, and he eventually falls in love with Akiko. We also have Museum, one of the most memorable and interesting evil organizations in the history of Toku. This show has several loving nods to the creator of Kamen Rider, Shotaro Ishinomori, including Shotaro Hidari having the same name, the green and black color scheme reminiscent of the Showa era, and Kamen Rider Skull, a reference to the Skullman manga
Oh
that
my
Ishimori
God.
created so many years prior.
Wait. Is this the MJ one? Wait, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Is because the one that looks like MJ. There's a writer that looks like MJ, but is it Skull though? Because I know he had a skull face, but I don't know if it's this skull. Yeah, it is. Like he dresses like MJ. He does the moonwalk. That's so cool. I knew. Yeah, I love this. Okay, so he's from the same series. That's so dope. That's so dope. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so dope. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a watch. I'm gonna give this a watch because I didn't know he was in. I didn't know he was in Double. I didn't know that. Okay, that's tough as hell. That's so tough. Wait, let me pull it back up. I want to show y'all one of the art that I've seen. Musical artist. What? He's a music artist. Where's the art? The art piece. Is it this one? Yeah, this is this from? No, it's not that one. It's not that one. What's the one that I've seen? Sorry, bro. I'm just fanning out right now. Like I'm genuinely just fanning out right now. Cause I love this design for this writer because it's so tough. No, it's not that one either. Oh my god, it's not that one either. Where did it go? Oh, here I found it. It's this art piece here. I found the HD one, but I can't find it anymore. But this art piece is so sick, bro. With the skull in the background, like in front of the moon, and then the scarf just waving in the background with the two Glocks. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's so dope, bro. I'm fanning out like, oh my god. All right, let's get back to this. Wait, give me a second. I just gotta check this out real quick. Try making it 3 attempts to, huh? Tia's still asleep. I don't even think that's for me. I thought I got a message from work, but it's not even for me.
This was the first Kamen Rider
Oh my
series
god,
to
that
use
hurt.
the term Kamen Rider in English letters on the logo and in marketing, because before this it was always Masked Rider. Double will always be remembered as a cool, fresh, and well-written entry into the franchise.
Okay, that's cool as hell. Every time I see these, I just get more interested in it.
2010 brought us Eiji, also known as Kamen Rider OOO, a nomad with a tragic past who dresses like a hobo and has a not-so-secret obsession with underwear.
It's so random. Oh my god.
Eiji encounters Ankh, the arm of a greed, which is a creature made of metals that feed on the desires of humans, played by Ryosuke Miura, who also played on a show called Saber X, and the charisma and the interactions.
Wait, let me get some
between
lotion,
Eiji
bro.
and
I
Ankh
feel like
would be
my
a
face is
standout.
just dry as hell. I don't know why my face just felt. I keep touching it and it feels dry. I don't know. I hate that feeling. Let me know if you guys don't like that. Like when your skin just feels dry. Like I don't like that. I hate it, bro. It
of
makes
the
me feel
season.
weird. Wait, is this more like a possession or? Well, I don't think the hero gets possessed, but I'm guessing this is a possession. It's kind of obvious if I'm, just guessing here. But yeah, I'm cool with that.
Our
Oh,
two leads
I thought he was gonna turn into a rider.
Kogami-san, who assists them by providing various resources and equipment, but clearly he has ulterior motives, and this guy also loves to say,
Happy birthday.
Kamen Rider OOO also features Kamen Rider Birth, an incredibly unique rider with multiple users, who's themed around
I
capsule
don't remember
toys.
this one at all. Like, wait, let's let him trans. Yeah, I don't remember him at all. Like, he feels like a secondary rider, but like from other videos that we watch, I genuinely can't put him like in my memory. I can't place him like, yo, this is where I've seen him. I don't remember him at all.
One thing that's really unique about OOO is that he's able to mix and match metals to combine different forms, but he becomes really cool and powerful when he combines 3 of the same type.
Oh,
like
that's sick.
Gotchard.
That's sick.
This show
Oh
was
my God, that
critically
was
and
sick.
commercially successful, and OOO would continue the streak of excellent Kamen Rider seasons at the time.
Okay. Wait, what's more popular now? Like, what's currently more popular? Is it Super Sentai or is it Kamen Rider or Ultraman? If people are still watching it, because I did react to the latest Super Sentai, the openings, and then I also want to do their transformations. I still haven't been able to find it, or the last time I looked, I haven't been able to find a video. But yeah, that's a random thought that just popped up in my head. But yeah, currently, like right now, what's more popular, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, or if you want to add Ultraman into that mix, all 3 of those, which is more popular now? Because I know Metal Heroes is discontinued. I think it's discontinued. So yeah, y'all let me know in the comments.
2011 would see the release of a huge team-up movie in Oz Deno All Riders Let's Go Kamen Riders. This movie of course featured Oz and Deno, but it also featured the double riders of the original Kamen Rider series,
Okay.
plus all of the other riders throughout history.
The kid is still there, bro. I swear, if every time he's in a crossover, he just gains all their abilities, that's too OP, man. That's too OP. Just have him like be able to use the abilities of the riders from his era. Like that would be so busted if he could just, no matter
Serving
what,
as a celebration
every single rider.
commemorating the 40th anniversary of the franchise and the 60th anniversary of Toei Company, this movie continued the tradition of fan service and crossovers within the franchise. The fandom was also treated to some nostalgic appearances from other non-Rider Toku characters like Kikaider, Inazuman, and Zubat, and a cool new form from Oz using the Imogen and Shocker medals.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. Oh my God, that's hard.
The catchphrase for the movie is "Oh the world, these are Japan's heroes." Due to the large amount of legendary heroes featured here, and this movie served as a great showcase.
Wait,
of
where
the
my
Kamen
boy
Rider
Skull at? Is
franchise
he there?
to fans
Was Skull
featured
there?
here, and this movie served.
Oh no, wait. Let me see if I can play some. No, I don't. No, that's double.
As a great
Is that
showcase
only
of
the main
Kamen
riders?
Rider
I think it's
franchise
only the
to
main
new
riders.
fans.
Okay. Rocket Man.
Later
I
on in
just call it-
2011, we were introduced to one of the most unique and fresh Kamen Rider seasons of all time.
I can
in
never-
Kamen Rider Fourze.
I can never pronounce that. I can
A
never
40th
pronounce that.
anniversary project themed around space and centered around the Kamen Rider Club of Amanogawa High School. Our main protagonist is Gintaro, an eccentric and charismatic new student who recently transferred and is determined to be everyone's friend.
Okay. He's just a nice guy, man. He's just a nice guy.
Yuki is Gintaro's childhood friend, and she is just as quirky and fun on screen as Gintaro, making for an excellent cast that portray their characters with enthusiasm. This season took a lot of risks in regard to theming and style, but it resulted in a very memorable season that was consistently entertaining and really fun in general.
Okay, that's good. Another video game.
ODS に集結1号からオーズまで全てのライダーが登場
Also released in 2011 was the game All Kamen Rider Rider Generation for the Nintendo DS system.
Okay.
This was a fun arcade-style beat-em-up game that also received a sequel later.
It's Wizard. Yes, sir. It's the Wizard. I
In
love this series.
2012, the
Yeah.
franchise would go in yet another new direction with Wizard, a
Yeah, I
magic
love
and
this
fantasy
series.
themed Rider
This
season.
was
with
so
quite a bit of
sick, bro.
comedy and
It's so
charm
sick.
added on top of the Kamen Rider formula. The main protagonist for this season is named Haruto, and he uses rings of different elements to hench into Kamen Rider Wizard. This series also featured an incredibly likable secondary hero with a cool suit in the mayonnaise-obsessed Kosuke, also known as Kamen Rider Beast.
Oh, I remember him. Okay, yeah, no, I remember
This
him.
season also features
Because
a
I
lot of
remember
quirky comedy,
him
mostly
transforming
delivered
under
by
the bridge.
Shin. Although this series didn't quite reach the same height as the previous few seasons, Wizard's
damn, that
uniqueness
sucks.
created new possibilities for what could be
That
featured in
that
Kamen
sucks.
Rider.
I thought this one would have been a lot more popular. Is this? Oh, it's a Sentai and Kamen Rider crossover.
2012
Yeah.
also marked the 10th anniversary of TV Asahi's Superhero Time TV block, and
Yeah.
to celebrate, Toei released Kamen Rider and Super Sentai Superhero Taisen, a crossover film featuring the company's two
Decade
most
is always
famous
there, bro.
franchises.
Oh no, it's every writer. I thought it was just he's always
This
just
movie
popping up.
focuses primarily on Decade, Fourze,
Oh.
Go Busters, and Go Gotchard, but the vast majority of writers and
Wait,
rangers throughout history.
is it because they both have the ability to use previous writers and rangers' abilities? Because if that's why, cool, you know what I'm saying. But if he's just always at the forefront just because he's who he is, that's kind of crazy.
featured here? In this film, Captain Marvelous leads the Dai Zangyak fleet against all Kamen Riders, while Kamen Rider Decade leads Dai Shocker against all Sentais.
Okay.
This movie brought the stakes and intrigue of a heavyweight fight to the big screen and a love letter to both Kamen Rider and Super Sentai.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. I'm cool with that. Wait,
2013.
that song was sick, bro. That song was sick. Okay, are we back? Are we back? Can we come back? There we go. We're back. That was weird.
Would continue the trend of wild and fresh ideas being implemented into
This is
the
the
Kamen
fruit
Rider
one. This
formula
is the fruit
with a
one.
much loved and very unique season, Kamen Rider Gaim. This
Okay.
show features dancing fruit samurai,
Yeah,
which
it's
might sound
fruits.
childish on surface level, but this show actually has a surprisingly dark tone at times.
Oh, wow.
With a lot of depth and
Was
weight
not
to the
expecting
story.
that at all. Okay, that's cool.
In the universe of Gaim, reality has become almost unbearably hard and depressing for most people, so dance troops are formed to liven up the community,
Oh,
and one of
that's
these troops
sick.
is called Gaim.
Okay,
Kota
that's
is
sick.
our main protagonist who becomes Kamen Rider Gaim, and he displays a charisma and relatability that makes it very easy to root for him.
That's so sick. That's actually a really cool premise of it. Like, that's actually a really cool premise.
This show was another treat for fans of Rider vs. Rider battles and infighting. And Gaim is generally remembered very fondly by most of the community, and it would be impossible to tell the story of Kamen Rider without Gaim.
みんな行くぞやるぜこれだ
2013 would also deliver another fun-filled and action-packed team-up movie in Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and Space Sheriff Superhero Taisen Zeto. This was a sequel to the Superhero Taisen movie with the new addition of the Metal Heroes franchise.
Oh, okay. I
This
remember
movie
seeing this.
features
Okay, I
heroes from
remember
the three
seeing
major
this.
Toei franchises on screen together to
I remember
fight against
seeing
the
that,
emerging
okay.
Space Shocker in a thrilling and nostalgic celebration of Kamen Rider and all of Toei.
仮面ライダー
Is this another game? Or is it?
仮面ライダー
Wow, that
In
was
2013,
wow.
Toei and Bandai
It is a game,
Namco
okay.
released
That
a
was
game titled
weird.
Kamen Rider
The
Bad
way
Rise
she said
War
that was so
for the
weird.
PlayStation 3. This game is considered a hack and slash style game and features every Heisei rider up until Wizard. This game lets you take on large groups of enemies at a time during battle scenarios designed to make you feel like a powerful Kamen Rider. The success
Okay.
of this game would lead to several sequels over the years. In 2014 would see the release of Kamen Rider Drive, a car and police-focused season. Shinsuke is an officer that was demoted into the Special Investigation Division, where he investigates slowdown and fight against the Roid Mutes. He henshins into Kamen Rider Drive using Belto-san and drives around in a stylish red car. Takehito Omori, one of the producers of the show, called it a tribute to Knight Rider. a
Okay.
car-focused
Oh,
show
that's
from the
sick.
1980s.
That's sick. That's sick.
Speed.
Yeah, that's it. I can see that. I can see that. That's so cool.
The theme song for this season is sung by Mitsuru Matsuoka, who also played Kamen Rider Eternal in Double. Drive was a well-written and much liked season that added to the Kamen Rider legacy in a positive way and kept the fandom entertained in 2014.
Wait, this came out in 2014. I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it'd be like
2015 was a
the
bit
late
of a slow
10s.
year for Kamen Rider, with the only project of note being Kamen Rider Ghost. This series used themes revolving around the afterlife as our main protagonist Takeru searches for the icons that will prevent his permanent death.
Oh wow! For some reason, I thought it was like a family,
The suit
like a
designs of
family,
the season
like
feature
lineage
bold
thing where like
colors,
it gets passed
elaborate
down to
helmet
each generation.
ornamentation,
But
and
that's sick
hoodies,
though.
a look that I appreciate even today.
The video game one. I am very fond of this one. I like every time I see it. I like this one.
2016 saw the introduction of one of the most bold, colorful, and fun Rider series
Yeah.
of all time in Kamen Rider X8.
Yeah,
Celebrating the
X8, I
45th
love this one.
anniversary of Kamen
Just
Rider,
from, like, the
this is a
visuals of
show
it, I really
takes
like
place
it.
mostly in a hospital and focuses on a group of gaming doctors that battle against
They're
the Bugsters.
doctors?
This cast is loaded with charm and personality.
I would
especially our
have
main
never in a million years guessed that they're doctors. I would have never guessed that they're doctors. Oh my, wow.
protagonist image.
Okay, I'm interested.
The suits have a
I'm
really
interested
unique
now.
anime look, and almost everything has a look that you could perhaps best describe as being part anime and part retro gaming. It might sound like a strange combination, but it works really well, and the aesthetic of X8 makes the show an incredibly memorable entry into the franchise.
No.
In 2016, the Kamen Rider fandom was also treated to a new Rider series for adults called Amazons, based on the classic Kamen Rider Amazon, and streaming on
Okay.
Amazon Prime Video. This show featured a distinctively more violent style compared with the mainline series, something that this show shares with the original. In fact,
Okay,
there's a
alright.
lot of things from
I'm
the
here
show
for that.
I
I'm
just
here for
can't
that.
show you on YouTube, because if I did, Kane Janai. This show
Dang.
featured only 12 episodes, but would get renewed for a second season. This series brought new attention to the classic Kamen Rider Amazon series, as well as attention to the Kamen Rider franchise as a whole, due to how prevalent Amazon Prime Video is throughout the world.
Okay.
2017 saw the debut of a cool new science and math themed Rider in Kamen Rider Build.
Yeah, I
After
remember
an
this
item
one.
called the Pandora's Box was discovered on Mars, there was an event called the Skywall Disaster that split Japan into 3 warring territories, Toto, Hokuto, and Seto. And this also created monsters called Smash. In order to deal with the fallout of this event and to defeat Smash, the Toto government enlists help from our main protagonist, Sento. Sento is unquestionably a genius who hinges into Kamen Rider Build. This series
Okay.
also features Ryuga,
That's really
also
cool.
known
I like
as
that.
Fourze, as a captivating secondary rider with a well-written story,
Yeah, he looks way cooler. I'm not gonna lie, he looks way
as
cooler.
well as Ivorto, an alien that wants to assimilate all of humanity. Due to Build's unique world building, interesting characters, and great story, this show has remained as one of the most loved and well-remembered
Okay, I
series
can
in
see-
Kamen
I can see
Rider
why.
history.
That's such a cool story. Like, not even like design wise, but just as a story standpoint, it's really
2018
good.
brought us the final season of the Heisei era and the first anniversary season since Decade 10 years prior in Kamen Rider OOO. This year's show is themed around time and time travel. Our
Oh
main
my, it's
protagonist,
this
Soho,
one,
is
yeah.
destined to become Oma King Gio, a ruthless tyrant of the future. To prevent this, Gaze goes back in time to kill Gio, but a woman named Tsukuyomi has also gone back to protect Sogo.
Wow, that's
As
kind of
this is the
convoluted, but I'm
anniversary
here
season,
for it.
We're treated to a lot of throwback riders and various crossovers that longtime fans will appreciate,
Yeah, I
including
remember this
grotesque
one.
versions of the riders that oppose our heroes. Gio was a love letter of a season written to the Kamen Rider franchise as a whole.
It's another game, or is
Before
it
the
a
Heisei
movie?
era officially came to a close,
Okay, it's a movie.
Toei released Heisei Generations Forever, a huge celebration of the entire Heisei era meant to appeal to fans both young and old. This movie is stuffed with fan service related to every one of the Heisei writers, and they each get a healthy amount of time to shine.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
The entirety of the Heisei era leads up to this point in a triumphant and thrilling climax,
Okay.
and this project marks the final Rider project before the next era.
I was gonna say I could put my green screen back there, but I don't think it would
2019
fit.
brought with it
I don't know
the
why I
Great
just
Ball
thought
era
about that.
and Kamen Rider 01. This show
I love
follows
this one.
Aruto Hiden, who is
I
a comedian
love the design
that
of this one.
inherits a company called Hiden Intelligence from his grandfather. Hiden Intelligence makes Humagears, which are AI-powered robots that resemble humans. Eventually, Aruto encounters MetsubouJinrai.net, who are rogue Humagears led by Kamen Rider Horobi, and they intend to bring about the extinction of humans by hacking and corrupting other Humagears.
Okay.
私は技術顧問の刃優愛、そして捜査官の
This show features Yaiba and Fua from the organization AIMS, also known as Kamen Riders Valkyrie and Vulcan, and their goals aren't always the same as Aruto's, or even each other's, leading to a really interesting story with explosive conflict.
Okay.
The sky turns to a rider kick.
This show
To
asks
rider
if
kick?
AI is a good or bad thing, a question that's increasingly more relevant in today's world. And
Yeah,
we've come to
that's-
discover that there isn't necessarily
that's extremely
a clear
relevant
black and white
today.
answer to this. 01 featured a collection of amazingly detailed and dynamic-looking suit designs, as well as action that I consider very anime-like in general. This is a
Yeah,
season
I
that's a
did
treat
see
for
those, like,
the
whenever I
eyes.
reacted to it.
Unfortunately, due to
Like, the suit
pandemic,
designs are
the
sick,
production
the
of
abilities
series
are
was
sick,
cut short
and
toward
like
the
yeah,
end,
when they do
resulting in a
fight,
rushed
like
final act
you
of
can tell, like
01
yeah,
and a
it's some
change in
anime
tone for the
aspects
next
to it.
franchise entry. In 2020, after the pandemic, with 01's production being cut short and most people staying at home, it was decided that the next Kamen Rider season would have a warmer and more lighthearted tone. This resulted in 2020's Kamen Rider Saber, a fun and whimsical take on the Kamen Rider formula that features a more lighthearted tone and even an outro dance number, which was a first of the franchise. Our main protagonist is a novelist named Toma, who was quite possibly the most stylish writer since Shotaro Hidari of Kamen Rider Double.
Okay. Is that D&D? Like, is he just playing D&D
2020
and
was
then
a
this?
year where the fans needed some lighthearted fun in their life, and Saber delivered on that.
Oh my god.
これが仮面ライダーの
Another game.
力
Yeah, another game. Memory of
In
Heroes.
2020, we were also treated to a brand new Kamen Rider game for PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch called Kamen Rider Memory of Heroes. This
Okay.
game features 01 teaming up with Double and O's in an original new Kamen Rider adventure that allowed fans to henshin, fight bosses, and switch between the awesome forms that these riders possess.
That's sick.
Players could acquire new
That's
abilities
actually
from
really
enemies
sick.
they defeat, as well as upgrade their stats. Despite the pandemic, Kamen Rider was alive and well in 2020.
Man, all the older ones are just showing up. Oh, this is Santa as
Going
well.
into early
But like, yeah, they
2021,
always getting
we
shown
got
love, and I'm
Saber
here
and
for it.
Zenkaiger Superhero Senki, a crossover movie project between Saber and Zenkaiger to celebrate Kamen Rider's 50th anniversary and Super Sentai's 45th anniversary.
Okay,
The
yeah.
catchphrase for this movie is straightforward heroes half of the century.
That's actually
During the
really
events
sick.
of the movie, riders end up in the Zenkai world, and the Zenkaigers, other than Juran, end up in the Saber world, and eventually they team up together as you would expect. This movie served as an excellent anniversary celebration for fans of both franchises.
Okay, yeah, that's actually, it's nice, like a nice sentiment. Was it like, here you go, and it's a
Also
really
in
cool,
2021,
like
we got Kamen
visually
Rider
looking one,
Revice,
because I like
serving
when they
as
all
the
just,
50th anniversary
what is it
project
called?
of the franchise.
They're all just standing there, and then one steps out after another. It's a very sick visual. I love that.
Guys, Revice is a story about Ikki and his inner demon, Vice, who are tandem riders that become Kamen Rider Revice. Ikki's family runs a bathhouse together.
I remember
and his
this one
siblings
is
also
kind of funny. It
become
made me
riders
laugh
as they
of
use
like
V-stamps
how
to
like
henshin
I'm
and
the
fight against the
not
demons.
silly, but like the random stuff that the beast does.
Revice brought a new style and vibe into the franchise, as well as some unique color choices for the riders, and the unique aspects of the show make it memorable within the history of Kamen Rider.
Hey, Geats.
2022 brought with it an absolute banger of a Kamen Rider season in Kamen Rider Geats. This series focuses on a battle royale with supporters and organizers from the
this
future
one's so
called the
sick.
Desire Grand Prix.
This one is sick, bud.
The winner of this battle royale will have
Wait,
their
what?
deepest on a battle royale with supporters and organizers from the future
I
called the
did.
Desire
Wow.
Grand Prix.
Okay. That's
The
sick.
winner of this battle royale will have their deepest desire granted to them, so the stakes are really high.
Yeah,
and the
that's sick.
conflict is
That's
really
sick.
interesting.
That's actually sick.
Our main protagonist is Ace Yukio, who is the definition of being cool. We also have the famous social media star Neon, also known as Nago, who has a really great story arc, and she's very easy to root for. And then we have Keiwa, a happy-go-lucky character that goes through an intense story arc that turns him into a vengeful force of nature. This entry into the Kamen Rider franchise
I remember
featured
him.
a great story, a great cast, and superb action scenes.
Yeah,
Geats
keep
was
talking
so
about it, bro.
successful
Keep
that
talking
even
about it.
received a Blu-ray release in America. 2022 also gave us the reimagining of the legendary Kamen Rider Black story with Black Sun on Prime Video. A much more violent and politically charged take on the classic series that took its own liberties with the source material. This series celebrates the 35th anniversary of Kamen Rider Black, serving as an example of just how iconic and legendary that series was.
Okay, yeah.
And did I mention it's really bloody? There's a lot from the show that I can't even show you on YouTube.
Wow. I think I've seen this. Like, not like the show itself, but I've seen clips of this.
Sequel to Kamen Rider Double in Futo Pi. This series follows Shotaro and Philip as they solve crimes and do Kamen Rider things in a post-museum world. Double is extremely popular, and the success of Futo Pi raises hopes that maybe someday the fandom will be treated to anime adaptations of more Kamen Rider series. And this show is even getting a film release this coming November.
Oh, well, this is, this is... Oh my god, what's outdated? Yeah, the video's outdated, so this is this already has happened. So that, I don't know why I couldn't think of the word outdated. Oh my god.
In 2022, we also got the OOO's 10th anniversary movie, the 10th Core Medal of Fate, in which Eiji's story would come to an end, and many fans were quite unhappy about how it ended.
What? I have no idea what they're saying.
Tell me in the comments that in Japan people were crying in the theaters. Regardless
Wow.
of how you feel, this
That
was a
bad?
historically significant Kamen Rider.
Wow. Alright, well, okay.
"2023 brought us Kamen Rider Gotchard, a lighthearted and fun rider season
Okay,
focusing on Hotaru
I really
and
like
Heisei,
these ones as well.
also
Like,
known as
just the
Kamen Rider
overall
Gotchard.
suit designs. I really love it.
This series brought with it a new alchemy theme and a return to cards being used by the riders, in addition to fun creatures called Kemis. This story explores the lives of Hotaro and his friend Rin Kudo as they seek to capture the Kemis.
Oh my
After
god.
some more serious projects,
That
Gotchard
could
was
have
a season that
turned
had a
really
few
dark.
shortcomings in terms of story beats and character development, but historically the franchise tends to ebb and flow between lighthearted kid-friendly seasons and darker seasons with more mature stories. Gotchard leans more towards being a kid-friendly season, like I just described, but this isn't necessarily a bad thing, and some fans might even view it as a positive.
Wait, I just gotta check something real quick. I don't know if... Yep, okay. For some reason I thought it wasn't getting any audio, but it
incredibly
is.
stylish love letter to the original Kamen Rider series in the form of Shin Kamen Rider, another reimagining to celebrate the franchise's 50th anniversary. This movie set out to take everything that made the original series great and dial it up to 11.
Okay. I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
The look, tone, style, and music are all faithfully recreated here, with a new layer of flair and high production values that only time and a large budget can provide. This movie tells a story that's a combination of several story beats from throughout the original series, and these elements are all stitched together in a really entertaining way. It's obvious that the people involved in making this movie had a ton of love for the franchise, and they put their hearts into making
awesome.
it.
Yeah, that's actually awesome. But they actually put real effort
And now,
into
in
it.
2024, at the time of making this video, we finally have a look at the next rider coming up in Kamen Rider Gav, a snack-themed rider whose catchphrase is "Sweets and evil, I'll eat them up." He has a unique purple, blue, and yellow color scheme, along with some other cool-looking forms. And if history is any indicator, this will be another big year for Kamen Rider. For 50 years, the Kamen Rider franchise has given us some amazing characters, interesting stories, jaw-dropping action, and heart-wrenching drama. We've seen hundreds of riders fight for what they believe in or who they care about, tons of evil organizations be brought to justice, and we've been lucky enough to enjoy this amazingly weird and wonderful world of triumph called Kamen Rider.
That's sick. Yeah, that's very
Thanks for
sick.
taking a trip with me through the history of this awesome franchise. I'd love to hear what your favorite Kamen Rider moment is in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video,
you know what?
I would appreciate it a lot.
Y'all let me know y'all
if you would
favorite,
smack
you know what I'm
the shit
saying?
out of that like button. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.
Okay. Oh, well, I think I almost loaded up a Godzilla one. But yeah, like you said, let me know your favorite moment, your favorite series, your favorite rider in general, whatever it is. Just let me know in the comments. Very interested to know. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm finding out the later seasons, some are very lighthearted, some are very dark. Like, and a lot of the earlier seasons are just very dark. Like somebody told me in the comments that that's just how they were like earlier, that they were just darker tones and all that. So yeah. So I'm surprised to see that later on they still have some dark stories where like stuff really happens, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm happy about that, where like as it gets later on, it's not all the time, it's not very lighthearted. Like even the Fruits one, I thought that one was really cool, where you know the dancing and all that is just to bring happiness into a like very depressing world and all that. Like that's cool. Like that whole premise of taking something lighthearted and goofy and turning it into something that's actual, like meaningful and has depth to it. I really like that. So that's my overall like thoughts about that. Is just I like that no matter what, like they put effort into it. They, like I said, the way he was talking about it, like every series got love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some weren't as popular, but they still have like a dedicated fan base because of like Toei, at least I think, makes Kamen Rider, that they do put effort into the seasons. It's not like something they just do every year to get it done. So I very much appreciate that. So yeah, y'all let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about each of these, like, or what you think about this video. If you think it's a good like overall like review of the history of Kamen Rider. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what other videos you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.